Hi, this video is about me having CFS. I've made two previous videos, go and check them out. One called I Have CFS, another one called Living with CFS, and this one is called I Hate Having CFS. You wouldn't know it from this video because I've actually got a bit of energy today. And in my head I do still kind of feel a bit like, oh, I could go and have a lay down and a nap, but generally speaking this is actually quite good for me because I'm up and about in the day and awake, but as I said, I can feel it. It's always there, it never goes. I think this video is really just going to be repeating myself. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post it. I'm sitting at home on my own, I'm bored, I've got no one to talk to, so I thought I'd just turn the camera on and talk to the camera. So I very rarely see any of my friends anymore, because obviously I don't go out much anymore, and when I do go out I get tired. So the inevitable decline in people inviting you to places, and I don't tend to go out in the evenings. I very, very rarely go out in the evenings. A little bit more in the summer. I do always generally have a bit more energy in the summertime, although this year it's taken me a long time. Normally through winter my energy levels just plummet anyway, and then it's only recently in the last couple of weeks that my energy has picked up. My energy levels usually start picking up around April, May time. It's now July, and only now has my energy levels started to pick up. But even so, if I do any exercise, it just wipes me out. And talking of that, in just over a month is a Gashgu in Hungary. It's 45th anniversary Gashgu. Really want to go. I've mentioned this in various videos, sometimes karate videos and other videos. I really, 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 really want to go. I still want to go. I can't go. I don't have the money, and my health just won't allow it. There's no way I could train on a Gashgu. I was thinking about asking, could I just come along and film, just to be part of it. I just want to be part of the experience, even if I'm not training. But even so, the days on Gashgus are very long. But I had a dream last night that no one likes me anymore, and I know I've still got friends. I've got people that do occasionally message me on Facebook. So my eyes keep looking this way is because my computer's on. Shut that off. It's distracting. There we go. Because I just don't see anyone anymore. I often write, who wants to come over? Because I know I don't always feel like I've got the energy to go out places and go to people's. I used to go to people's houses all the time. There's so many people I used to go and see all the time, and now I just don't have the energy. I just thinking I just can't do it, because if I go there, I'm just gonna, I'm tired. But then even if people come here, at some point, sometimes my energy just is like, okay, I'm fine, and then it just plummets. I have a crash, and I'm just thinking, I really don't want these people here. And I don't know, I think over years and years and years, people have sort of learnt that. So now when I try and socialise with anyone, it's just, there's no one there. It's all just distant people on Facebook Messenger. I miss MSN Messenger, that was cool. That's a whole other video though. So, yeah, it's just been getting me down with work. I've signed up with a temping agency for work because it just wasn't working out where I was before. So, because I was working for one company and they were brilliant, I loved the company. I often said I really enjoy my job. Really enjoyed it, and all the staff there understood, and it was all brilliant. And then that company collapsed, unfortunately, so we all got transferred to this new company, and I don't know, things just weren't working out. So I've told them I'm going, and I've joined up to this agency. Thing is, with an agency, I've got a lot more control over my hours now and when I can and can't work. And she said she's got some jobs that would suit my hours, because I said I can't do too early or too late, and they seem, I've been resistant on joining up to an agency in the past, but the thing is I need money and they've got work, so hopefully it'll be alright. But it's stopping me from doing what I want to do. I know the sort of work I want to do. I enjoy working in care homes. I really enjoyed that. It's stressful, it's hard work, It's long hours, sometimes really early, sometimes really late. And it is difficult, but I enjoy it. I don't mean, whenever I say care home, first thing people always think of is elderly people. I have worked with elderly people, I'm good at it, but it's not what I want to do. When I talk about care homes, I mean people learning disabilities, and there's a whole massive thing on that. And they're the sort of places I want to work, or day centres even. There's quite a few day centres around here. It's actually very difficult to actually find a library of day centres. If you know a day centre exists, then it's brilliant. You know about it, and if you know people in this industry, it's brilliant. But actually, just to find these places without knowing about them is very, very difficult. So, but again, their hours are often, too demanding from what I have, because it's like full on, and it's just like I can't do what I want to do. Also, I wanted to do some conservation work. A lot of conservation work is you have to pay for it, unfortunately. All these volunteering jobs abroad. So I was going to save up. A few years ago, I actually had it. I was originally looking at working with orangutans or something. That's the stereotypical thing to do when you do conservation work abroad. Work with the orangutans. But I found this place working with iguanas in was it Honduras? I can't even remember now. And it was really cheap, really cheap. And I actually figured out that just from a couple of months hard saving, been really careful, done a lot of work, saving, would get me, like, I could afford almost like a whole year working out with these iguanas. And I was thinking, that would be amazing. And I was going to do that. That was generally what I was going to do. I had plans, but that was when I had energy to do things. I think this was, I started suffering with CFS a little bit, but it wasn't completely getting me down. I still had dreams and ambitions of things I wanted to do, but now I just think it's not, I can't see a way of making it happen, because I'd have to have the energy to do the work to earn the money, which I don't have, and then going out there was a lot of hard work, and I wouldn't have the energy to keep going. So I'm talking about Gashgi's karate. I wanted to be a deshi. I wanted to travel to Israel, to a town called Tikva. It's about half an hour drive out from Tel Aviv. There's a dojo there, and they're willing to take me on, and I would have trained like 7 days a week, all year, maybe for a year, maybe for 2 years. I think I've mentioned this in a previous video. There's no way I could do that. I haven't even done my regular karate training in almost a year. I can't remember the last time I actually trained. I think it was in autumn last year. I haven't trained properly since. I've made a couple of karate videos since, but I've never done any proper training. It just wears me out. Any form of thing. If you want to know how this works, I've mentioned it in other videos and other CFS videos, I think in older karate videos. I don't want to repeat myself, but basically, if you suffer with CFS, if you do exercise, I'm not going to bother with all the technical terms on here, you can look them up. If you do any exercise, it will drain you so fast, so hard, and you have like, your recovery time can be days and days, literally, any exercise. It's not like, oh, I'm a little bit worn out and then, half an hour later I'm good to go again. It's like, I am completely dead, and I'll remain completely dead for the next 2 or 3 days. That's what it's like. So I don't really do any exercise, and I don't know if I've noticed it. I don't know if any of my fans, followers, subscribers have actually noticed, but my belly is starting to get a little bit, people look at me and go, oh, you're not fat. It's like, no, I'm not fat. I've got nothing on the arms, although I've got no muscles either. They're going. But the belly is starting to appear on, I notice when I'm editing my videos, it's starting to show on some of the edits when I'm working through them. And I know it's because I'm just not burning off the fat the way I used to. I'm not exercising. I used to exercise so much, and now I just potter around doing what I can. I do the bare minimum of what I can each day, it takes me days to do anything, because I do something and then I do a little bit of it and then I stop to have a break, and then I do a little bit more, then I stop to take a break, and then do a little bit more. And it will take me now several days to do what used to take a morning, half a day, and because I just don't have the energy. I still can do things, I don't consider myself to be disabled or anything, but it just takes me a hell of a lot longer, and I hate that. I hate that it takes me so long to do anything. I hate the fact that I never see my friends. I hate the fact that I'm not doing the volunteering work that I wanted to do. I hate the fact that I'm not training karate full time, and it gets into your mindset, because you think, well, what's the point of even starting something if I'm just going to get tired 5 minutes later and I can't carry on? So then it kind of gets, it's really, really difficult, because you're thinking, oh, why bother doing that? Because I'm going to start it, I'm going to get absolutely exhausted, and then I'll stop doing it, and then I won't have the energy to come back to it today, so I might try to get back to it tomorrow. And then eventually you just think, why bother even starting doing something? It's because it's just going to take so long, I'm going to get so worn out. And that then kind of becomes ingrained, and then you start, it's really hard to break out of that mental thing. It's like, okay, yes, I can still do things. Yes, it's going to take many, many, many times longer, but I can still do it. It's really difficult to get out the mindset, oh, why even bother trying? I'm just going to get so worn out. And it's just like, well, yes, I can do it. Yes, I'm going to get worn out. Yes, it's going to take a lot longer than normal, but I can still do things. So it's very difficult. There is a CFS support group near me. Someone's made contact with me. I need to go and have a look. Down in Guildford, so it's not too far from where I am. Go and check it out. I'm kind of hesitant. I have in the past, in my CFS videos, spoken about the importance of finding people with the same condition as you, and so you can just talk freely with them. And to be honest, when I've said that, it's always been people that I've known, and I know how freely I can talk, and I'm a little bit hesitant about going to this group, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be lovely. I will go, because otherwise I'll be contradicting my own advice in the past when I've said it's really important to find people so you've got someone to talk to. So I will go along. It's not that far. Guildford's like half an hour drive from here. So yeah, but I just hate the way it makes me feel, and I hate the fact that the way it can get me down, the way it just affects my mood, and I hate the pills I have to take to keep me energised, and I hate the way the pills make me feel if I have them, and I feel even worse if I don't have them, so I have to have them, and I just hate everything. Although one thing has changed since I was first told I have this. Doctors are now starting to recognise it's a real thing. Whereas in the past, you talk to medical professionals and they were very dismissive and said it's all in your mind, and I'm now glad that a lot of people in the medical profession are starting to realise that actually it is a real condition. And it can be detected. An Australian team found a way of detecting sort of things a few months back, the immune system and stuff. It's all online, it's quite complicated. So, but I've been at home alone pretty much all this week, which is why most of the videos I've been making this week have come from this setting instead of the normal setting. And every day I write, does anyone want to come over? And no one comes, because people used to know me as this lively person. I was always out. People always seemed really happy to see me. So maybe one day I will fulfill my dreams. maybe one day I will go and do some conservation work abroad somewhere, and I know I will only be able to do a little bit at a day, and that's fine, but it's something I want to do. Maybe one day I will be able to travel and become a full-time karate student, but at the moment I don't see how it's possible, although maybe training just a little bit a day. I mean, I haven't even trained at home in ages. I really haven't. I tried to, and then I just get so worn out. Even the warm-up wears me out. That's just the warm-up. I used to, years ago, I used to really enjoy, if I was, sometimes I would take the class warm-up. They do that quite a lot in my old dojo. You know, they'd get various different people to take the warm-up. And I used to really enjoy just watching everyone sweat and get out of breath, and you know, they're all completely knackered and dying. You know, the class haven't even started yet, and I was full of energy. I was like loving it. I was thinking, this is amazing. You know, I'm just, oh. But now I can't do it. It just wears me out. I'm getting tired just thinking about it. Well, it might be the heat. It's really hot. I have actually been had my top off all day because it's so hot, but I thought I'd put my top on for the camera. I have actually in the past filmed some stuff for this camera without my top on, but I usually delete the footage. I think there's like one video where I don't have my top on, but I'm on the beach in Bournemouth. That's on the Fairy Festival video. But I filmed others and I go to edit them like, no, that's not a good look. So, and wearing black in this heat is stupid. I'm just rambling now. This is basically because I'm bored and I'm alone and I've got no one to talk to, so I'm talking to my camera. Although I haven't said that, there's a lot of YouTubers I follow, and many of them have all said you've got to treat the camera like your best friend because they don't have any other friends. And I was like, oh God, I'm not treating the camera like my best friend, am I? Just talking to everybody on the internet, but I'm not. I'm all alone, talking to a stupid camera, feeling sorry for myself. And so I'm not actually really feeling sorry for myself. I have actually been today's been all right. So hopefully this time next week I'll be working. There's things I need to do around the house. I don't know. What I've been really hoping for is to have a long break from work so I could go on like a really cool epic road trip around the country and make a really cool video of just driving around the country. But I could have done it. I mean, I haven't worked in weeks, but because I never knew what was happening, like nothing was ever really planned. I'm going off topic. Yeah, I'm going to end this video here because I'm just rambling on about random stuff now.